Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekend check-in. I have got a very busy weekend ahead, guys, so we're going to kind of lump in the next 3 days all into one general energy reading. I'm working at a spiritual expo locally in town here in Chatham, Ontario. I will actually put a post on the community tab for anybody local to the southwestern Ontario area. I encourage you to come out and meet a group of amazing healers, psychics, readers, artists. There's going to be all kinds of different vendors. It's free admission. Saturday and Sunday on Victoria Ave at Sadie Hall from 10 till 4. So I thought I would jump on and do a weekend check-in this morning for all of you and get that posted. And then I have a very busy day because I kind of got to get set up there tonight and all that good stuff. So let's talk about these energies. Wow, what a relief. It's feeling so much lighter. So for my own journey, there was that huge clearing a couple of nights ago, and we had that very low energy kind of sink into many of us in the heart space and in, you know, our intuitive space yesterday morning. And then as the day kind of progressed, the energy did kind of like lift and it kind of raised a little bit. And then this morning, it was like all of these inspirational, bright ideas kept flowing to me. Actually, they started flowing in last night. I received all kinds of activations and downloads late last night, and I kind of like was laying in bed, and here's my chicken scratch, and I had to get out of bed because the downloads were coming in so very fast. So I do have some really cool things planned coming up here to share with you about my journey. It's been about a year now since I started this YouTube channel, so I want to say thank you to all of your support. I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. And I've been asked to kind of talk about this twin flame ignition, this template activation that I've gone through, because when I first started my journey, I started it back on Facebook in 2019, and I used to share a lot of the aspects of my 3D journey, my 5D journey, and I've not really gone into the depths of that on YouTube yet. So I do plan on hopefully having time to record and release that at some point this weekend. No guarantees, but what I kept hearing in bed last night was sound the alarm, wee-oo, wee-oo, and I kept being shown this siren. So it's like this 911 energy, I guess you could say. It's like we're kind of all being called to action is kind of what I was told, especially when it comes to the tribe and the Twin Flame Collective and the spiritual journey. And then after I heard sound the alarm, I heard be still. Be still. And then I came into all kinds of creative aspects. And when I began this journey, I had big dreams. I was shown so much through my third eye. And what I was channeling last night was when it comes to my own twin flame experience. I was shown that when the union does occur, that we would embrace this journey together. And what I kept hearing last night was the art and aura experience. So that might be a whole other business venture down the road when it comes to my own journey. But I just wanted to share some very light, fresh, creative, bright ideas that were coming in. So you might be coming into those energies yourself. We have a lot of Mercury aspects this weekend, and Mercury represents, you know, our rational mind, our logical mind, our everyday expression, and our communication. And with the Taurus energy, Mercury in Taurus, the Sun in Taurus, it's about grounded communication. So there's a lot coming to the surface, and with the aspects with Mercury this weekend, we have three main aspects in the astrology with Mercury this weekend. We have Mercury conjunct the North Node, we have Mercury square Saturn, and then we have Mercury sextile Neptune. So there's a lot of expansion when it comes to the logical mind space, when it comes to the subconscious and bringing all of these conscious motivations to the surface. And we talked about the lunar node aspects yesterday, so I want to kind of talk about Mercury a little bit. So Mercury is this very stimulating energy, and what I was shown is it's a significant time of curiosity being sparked within the collective when it comes to our areas of life, what mentally appeals to us, what mentally stimulates us, because let's face it, when it comes to these connections in the past, in these karmic connections, they were all based on the lower chakra urges. So like security, stability, you know, passion, sexual connection. And now we're kind of rising above and and having these higher connections. So it's like the mind, body, soul experience. And if you don't have that mental stimulating connection with another, it's really going to be hard to really move forward in solid committed relationships. So it's like this reanalyzing energy is what I was shown, a reorganization and redefining how we interact with others moving forward. So Mercury in your own chart will reveal how you get a point across, how you get your point across and in what style. So, and I've talked about my Mercury in Aries. So I'm very blunt. I'm that blunt, honest friend. I call it how I see it. I don't sugarcoat anything. I can be very harsh sometime with my communication because it is so rammy with that Aries energy. And then you throw the Taurus energy in the mix, and then the Pisces rising kind of like simmers that fiery, passionate energy down. So depending on the Mercury in your own chart, which housing aspect it kind of falls in, it can really reveal a lot about your communication style and how you communicate with others. And with it conjunct the North Node, this is a very harmonious aspect, but it can create a lot of scattered mental energies. If you like to gossip, I'm going to say gossiping is very low vibration. Gossip, drama, all of that is a very poor way to communicate. I don't suggest playing into that, but I do think that might also be illuminated in the weekend, on the weekend, is people that like to gossip. And I encourage you not to gossip. I encourage you not to stay connected with people that like to gossip. It's just very low vibration. So it's all about positive expression within our communication. And so when we come into all of these new inspirational ideas, aha moments, we're kind of being asked to accept this and to bring that forward into the masses in whatever manner of communication relates to your own personal natal chart. So however your line of thinking works, usually it's in line with the status quo. And it isn't very controversial, and we're kind of breaking free from that, and we're breaking free from the status quo. But you do kind of got to be careful of getting swept up in popularity, gossip, and all kinds of discouraging, progressing energies. So when we kind of are like open from the heart space and we're heart-centered and inquisitive in this endearing energy, then we kind of gotta, develop that and become more independent and free in the mind space, and to break free from any input of others and social norms. So with Mercury square Saturn, this is going to bring a lot of anxiety to the surface. Worrywart is kind of what I channeled. And with Mercury square Saturn, and like I said, we talked about those Saturn aspects yesterday. If you missed yesterday's daily message, I will put a video tag at the end of this reading, and I encourage you to kind of check it out because this weekend is huge in preparation for the first eclipse on the 30th. So Saturn rules tradition, values, structure, order. And when Mercury forms a square to Saturn, it's going to bring all kinds of cosmic intelligence to the forefront when it comes to these past traditions, where we've been reserved, where we've been shy. Many of us are very hard workers on the journey. We're ambitious, we're responsible, and we can't step into our highest potential if we're playing into this narrow-minded, pessimistic energy. If you're scheming behind the surface and you're being deliberately dishonest with people, I think get ready to face some problems and challenges in the energies. And maybe this is going to bring to the forefront where you did have a difficult childhood, likely due to problems with your father. And that father wound energy keeps coming up. And I know I've had to work through that father wound many times over, not only in my own life, but that father wound with both of my children not having a steady father figure around. So, when we kind of have all of these father wounds below the surface, we can become very defensive, very suspicious, very insecure, and very depressed. So this can mentally inhibit our journey, and it can create this very low vibration. You can feel tied down to a situation that's too rigid, that's not meant for you. And when we adhere to these disorderly relationships, we kind of got to step back, and we got to be the observer, and we got to figure out how can we restore a sense of balance in our life. So I kind of feel this is an aspect that is really good for business dealings, though. I think a lot of concerns coming up with trivial details, and sometimes the journey isn't logically able to kind of be worked through. We kind of got to feel our way through the journey with that Pisces energy. And with my Virgo moon, I'm very logical. That is something that I've really had to master, is to get out of the head into the heart and then find that balance in between. So, you know, I think if you're lacking imagination in your life, get ready to have a new original idea or an aha moment to kind of come into your conscious awareness this weekend, and where you kind of need to do the work when it comes to self-acceptance and breaking free from traditional thinking patterns. So the energy is asking us to find our personal discipline when it comes to any problems that are arising this weekend, and to embrace patience and persistence when it comes to overcoming any challenges. So if you have a tendency to be jealous or fear of change, you might feel this impending doom, this impending anticipation of danger, and, you know, and failure. And so many of us on the spiritual journey have very few real friends, and because a lot of us can see right through people, and so I think a lot of that is going to be exposed throughout the weekend. And then with Mercury sextile Neptune, this is going to bring forward all kinds of inspirational thinking. So sextiles offer this very fluent, easy-flowing energy between the planet of illusion and the planet of communication. So this is where we can really figure out how to better express ourselves in our daily life. And there's like this faculty of imagination coming forward, which can be beneficial to yourself and to others. To be conscious co-creators, we kind of have to go into that imagination again, that childlike imagination. So Neptune is going to add this emotional, vitalizing quality to the energies, especially when it comes to your mental creations. And I was shown so many intuitive insights last night in so many different areas of my life when it comes to manifesting all of these solutions. So I think surprises this weekend, like surprise, when it comes to any personal dilemmas. So it is like this breaking free of illusions, dispelling the buildup of any discursive or evaluative logical mind energies, and really carefully sifting through the Neptunian experience and all of the information coming forward in order to attempt to kind of transform all of this knowledge into usable creativity for the collective. So there's likely to be this inherent curiosity at work below the surface, where we're kind of being asked to explore beyond any 3D appearances, and to accept all of these new ideas, and to really kind of accept people for who they are at face value, for where they're at on the journey, okay? So this aspect, you know, is all going to be dependent on your own natal chart. You know, many of us are being called to be writers or creators of some sort, maybe in media communications. And we're going to be able to finally perceive clearly and broadly what we're here to represent in our own personal lives. So it's going to bring forward a very wide perspective on life in general. And the spheres of this creativity have massive potential to attract you towards your highest calling. So there's going to be like this natural intelligence coming forward in the energies this weekend. And it's going to get us to embrace this pursuit of this advanced esoteric knowledge, our spiritual skills, and our higher education. And it's going to lead us towards all of these soulful associations who have the same intellectual ideas as us, idealistic tendencies as us. And this is where we can kind of come together as a tribe, as part of this developed sense of social responsibility for humanity. So the energy really is ensuring success, but you're going to have to maintain a realistic perspective with all of this social optimism that's kind of coming to the surface. So the energy is very fertile. I kept being shown the Empress card, which is all about fertility. And we all know the Empress gives birth when divine time says it's time to give birth to that cosmic baby. So major shift in perceptions, keen perceptions, and all of this can lead to authentic self-expressions and massive social changes and mind-altering possibilities when it comes to breaking free from these existing karmic relationships. So get ready for this brand new cycle to kind of really get pushed forward this weekend when it comes to manifesting and maintaining these close, loving, soulful partnerships and relationships, family, friendships. All of this is coming up, and I kept being shown rich rewards, rich rewards. So I feel huge potential when it comes to inspirational qualities and the ability to develop our leadership skills, or, you know, that affinity to call in that social group, that soulful group. And although some of these energies can be very subtle when it comes to your thinking and your strategic planning, there's going to be a lot of surprises in the energy this weekend, because we are kind of carefully evolving. We're all being asked to avoid direct confrontational opposition, and we are being asked to embrace all of these adversities from that higher vantage point. So you might need to be wary of where you have been distracted by others. And, you know, we have all of these karmic contracts to kind of keep pulling us back, to distract us. So if you feel like you're losing your momentum, or you've been sidetracked or distracted, you kind of got to look at where you've partly been at fault for that and take accountability. And I think it's going to be very obvious in the energies this week and what you need to break free from when it comes to these pure intentions. So if you've been on a false route, if you've been in a false contract, this contract is likely going to break apart this weekend, and you're going to embrace this expansive scope of taking advantage of all the energies that are coming forward this weekend. So some really good crystals to work with would be quartz. So Lemurian quartz. I know I've got all my big pieces of quartz are actually in the bedroom, but crystals, we got the quartz energy. Let me see if I can grab another quartz. Clear quartz, black quartz. I wish I would have thought to grab those prior to, but I do like a crystal shrine on both of the nightstands, and I update that every week. But quartz, smoky quartz, clear quartz, black quartz, Lemurian quartz, and onyx are all really good crystals to work with this weekend with all of these energies. Quartz is a really good stone. The black quartz will help ground the energy, and the clear quartz or Lemurian quartz is really going to help you tap into those higher frequencies. So quartz and black onyx. So it's like the bridging of all of the chakra pathways in order to activate the soul star chakra and beyond. So if you do work with crystals, I highly recommend working with those, grounding the energies. This is also a clear quartz. I actually bought myself a rock tumbler for Christmas, and I've been tumbling my own rocks. So quartz is a big one. And you know, a lot of times I'll ground outside. I'll ground the energies holding the quartz, and that will really help you tap into these higher revelations, and then ground that energy with the Taurus energy. Okay. Let's jump in with some cards, guys. I'm not sure what message is going to come through today. Yeah, it's time to regain control of your life. If you've been playing into negative vices, substance abuses, drugs, alcohol, overeating, it's really time to reevaluate your life and to kind of regain control, because you can't fully tap in to these spiritual energies with all of these negative vices, all of these negative blocks. So I think, we are clearing all of these addictive patterns. And when you play into these substance abuses, all you're allowing yourself to do is hide the truth of who you are. It's just a mask. It's just a negative vice to kind of not have to feel all of these emotions. So get ready for some masks to fall off in the energies this weekend. I think people are really going to be revealing their true selves, what they've been withholding. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that has a secret addiction. They've been withholding an addiction. Pain pills is what I've been shown. And that's not going to be for everybody. So, you know, you might be dealing with somebody that hides an addiction very, very well. And that addiction energy keeps wanting to come out when I split the deck. And that's surely going to create walls and obstacles. So get ready to face an obstacle ahead if you've been playing into these substance abuses, because it's definitely a block when it comes to manifesting these soulful unions, these divine counterpart unions. And there's going to be a moment of illumination of who's truly meant for you. So beautiful energies coming through. We're gonna do it a little different today. I've been asked to kind of shake it up a little bit. We're gonna get three cards. Navigate carefully, receiving a message, embrace change. Secret. Somebody's got a secret crush, a secret love affair. Get ready for some exposure when it comes to secrets. Maybe it's been secretly over in a karmic relationship for a long time. And there's that pay attention to the details along with that karmic lesson again. And this is a lesson really in what true intimacy is. Healing all past regrets and being ready and willing and able to take that risk, because I do feel divine time says it's now to travel towards all of these blessings that you've manifested. And I've been shown that for a while, these windfall energies. So get ready to navigate very carefully through some challenges, this energy. And maybe somebody is trying to figure out and plot and plan how the heck to come forward with a message. Get ready to receive a message. Somebody here is ready to finally embrace change once and for all and to break free from any secrets. There's definitely going to be a major ending, because I do think somebody's been secretly paying attention to the details when it comes to this lesson, and they want intimacy in their life. And this might require taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, bringing forward an apology when it comes to any past regrets, and finally closing out these cycles once and for all. So let's jump in with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. And I'm like, I love when the cards work out like this. Triggering, yeah. Get ready to be put to the test when it comes to a negative relationship situation this weekend. Get ready to address these patterns once and for all, not only with yourself, but with whoever you've been dealing with that keeps triggering you. If there's a trigger, there's a wound. So I think get ready to address this negative behavior, these substance abuse behaviors that need to kind of be corrected if you are to step into forgiveness once and for all. And forgiveness is what we offer ourselves to liberate ourselves from any negative karmic attachments, any negative cords. And that's how we really liberate ourselves from pain. It's really not about forgiving the other person. It's about forgiving the lesson and really understanding the lesson in its entirety. So get ready for maybe somebody to send you a message, to receive a message, somebody seeking forgiveness when it comes to some past regret. Because we're expanding. There's that expanded consciousness, that seeker energy, this deep yearning for knowledge and growth and esoteric study, and that strong, deep meaning in our life, really, like that curiosity for that strong, deep meaning in our lives. So I think get ready to embrace liberation. We are breaking the chains of addiction. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. And any restrictions, any impediments, any limitations, any blockages, and freedom always does begin with that choice. So we'll cut the deck one last time. Yeah, liberation is surely going to lead you to self-development. So where are you needing to recognize how you've neglected yourself? The Empress does not neglect herself. And self-care is not just about going and getting the mani and pedis done and the hair done. And although I got my hair done yesterday, it's not just about that. It's about doing the deep soul work. Do you love your soul? It's where have you neglected that inner calling on the inside from your soul? Where have you neglected the part of yourself that wants liberation and is seeking this expansion and this growth? Because we never ever stop expanding or working on ourselves. We kind of just keep going. And self-care, that Empress energy. So get ready to really go into the depths of where you've lacked nurturing and caring for yourself, where you've lacked infusing healthy choices into your life, and where you've been playing into these unhealthy habits, because the energy really is demanding that we address these issues once and for all. So let's see what comes through. Heightened awareness, telepathy. Oh, we're going to go bottom, they said. Recovery. be open to receiving the blessings that are trying to come into your life. Be open to receiving. When we are open and we clear all of these blockages, that's when all of this clarity can come forward. So a lot of energy is flowing through when it comes to this release. And I do believe there's been a lot of upheaval recently in the collective when it comes to this change, and how I've laid it out. We got the embrace change and the recovery. So you might have recently gone through a tower moment of some sort. When you don't embrace the change willingly, that's when the universe comes in and upheaves your entire life to break down all of these false beliefs, all of these false structures. And maybe you're going through a period of rest before coming forward with some communication. But there's a lot of healing when it comes to the heart, the mind, the body, and the soul. Receiving a message. What's right below that is the telepathy card. So maybe you're going to be receiving telepathic messages. And that's kind of what I did last night. I received all of these telepathic downloads from my guides and as well from my counterpart, because that art and aura experience was definitely a message from my counterpart. So there's definitely a deep spiritual telepathic connection here where you are connected with another in the spiritual realm. And when we clear all of these blockages, that's when we can really tap into the purity of these thoughts and emotions of this person, and we can really transmit that with clarity. So somebody's coming into a lot of heightened awareness of what they need to navigate carefully through. And there's a lot of activations when it comes to these intuitive senses and all of these shifts kind of happening below the surface. So be ready to receive healing when it comes to these past trauma and wounds. And maybe somebody's been secretly going into the depths of these past life wounds. And that's what I've been asked to share about the journey is the past life timeline shifting. So all of these past life wounds really do cause major impacts this life. And we're kind of being asked to re-identify who we are and to identify these repetitive patterns, so this final healing process and releasing can come full circle, so we can have that new outlook and that reconciliation. So there's without a doubt a reconciliation of a telepathic connection coming forward that you've likely been in separation with. And when we're in these karmic contracts, the veil of illusion is over our eyes, and we can't really see things clearly for what they truly are. So it is this re-examination of a negative situation in order to see things from that new outlook, that higher perspective, to see it differently, maybe to see it through the eyes of love, maybe to see it through the heart. Because there's without a doubt a reconciliation on the horizon, a reunion with somebody that you have a telepathic connection with. And you're going to really have to trust that gut intuition. You're really going to have to trust the feelings, the messages, all of the senses, and trust in your higher self, and clear those negative energetic cords, and clear these unwanted attachments, these negative memories, these unhealthy energies, patterns for this releasing and this renewal. So let's jump in with the wisdom of the Oracle deck. Take a step back. Take a step back. Be that observer. Really observe your entire situation, your life, especially if you're at a standstill. And why? And we're going to read into that why today. Yeah, we are, because that's all about relationship patterns, and this is exactly what we're kind of clearing. So we're going to read into the why, and I've read into this card many times over, but apparently this message needs to come through once again loud and clear. We've got to observe. We've got to observe where we've not been fully present. We have to observe our motives that drive all of our intentions. And we kind of have to embrace the energy of why. Oh my God, I love that. Why, in order for us to step into this new life, to understand what's not for us, if we are to manifest that loyal heart, oh my God, and who we need to kind of leave out in the cold in order for this mending journey to take place, for us to go home to where our heart belongs. And somebody here has a deep knowing of what's not for them. So we kind of got to go into the why. I don't remember what order those came in order to understand these cycles. So there's great power in understanding your motivations right now, okay? And we're kind of being asked to be very clear about why. What questions do you need to ask yourself? Where have you been looking for all of these answers outside of you when they're kind of inside? Why do you behave in this way? Why did you make this choice? Why are you here again? How come it didn't lead to fulfillment? Why did it put you in that Five of Cups energy? What are you not clear about when it comes to your intentions? Because if you want to be a magnet for miracles, you kind of got to have those clear, pure definitions when it comes to your motives and what kind of experience you want to manifest into your life. So, and then you got to do the physical acting upon that. So there's this life force energy within us kind of stirring below the surface when it comes to what it is that we want to seed for the future, what we want to bring into our life, and what holds the highest potential for growth and expansion. And we don't always understand why we engage in the relationships the way that we do, because most of the time feelings aren't logical. Like I said, it's not a logical journey, it's a feeling journey. So I think this is the perfect weekend to recognize where you've been triggered, by somebody else, and what behavior is motivating all of these unresolved issues stemming around past life karma. So why are you feeling like this? Why did I say that? And spend that time in introspection, and the answers that come forward might be very surprising, like I talked about. So listen to the messages from your heart, listen to the messages from your intuition, and trust that deep knowing from within when it's telling you these things about yourself and others. And in the end, it's all about being loved and loving others. And that's when we can create these miracles in our life. So there's something deep under the surface that needs to come to the forefront for understanding, that needs to be addressed when it comes to these buried treasures of why, and uncovering all that's kind of posed these limitations from you fully stepping into your power. So understand the motivations behind your career, your creative ventures, because this is going to be the ticket to your greatest successes. How can you make the best impact for the greater good? We're all being guided towards our sense of purpose. Whether this is your financial purpose, your spiritual purpose, we're all kind of making plans for the future. All of this is being integrated in the energies. So get in check with your motivations. Are they good motivations? Are they bad motivations? Do you have a hidden agenda? Because if you have a hidden agenda, it's surely going to lead to disappointment and, without a doubt, failure, upheaval, and you're going to have to recover and learn the lesson again. So be clear about why you want the things you want, why you want to do the things that you want to do, and be true in all of your dealings. So we cannot embrace change if we're not willing to step into this extraordinary life that we all have the capability of manifesting for ourselves. So subconsciously, there's many in the collective that have been denying this truth when it comes to these higher telepathic connections. And we're kind of being asked to align out of this hidden intention and bring all of this into our conscious awareness. So the energy is going to be prominent when it comes to making a decision. It's decision time. And if you want to reunite with this high vibration soulmate, you're going to have to release any fear of disapproval of people that you're connected with. And you might have to reject somebody that's not meant for you if you want to step into this unconditionally loving experience. Deep down, you know exactly what it is that you desire. And we're not here to get the last word with somebody. We're not here to do that. Sometimes you just got to walk away. So this really is a weekend of deep soul searching of the whys that drives your choices, and to uncover the blockages in order to set yourself free and to be brought closer to the happiness that you seek when it comes to manifesting this new life. So be the observer. Be the observer when it comes to this never-ending onslaught, this never-ending story. So how did I get here again? How the hell did I get here again in this never-ending story of round and round negative repetitive relationship cycles? So a lot of ponderance in the energy. How do you break free from that cycle and really open up the treasure that's on your heart? So let's see what needs to come through with the wisdom of the Oracle deck. We got the observer. We have orphaned and no place like home. And that's what we're doing. We're exchanging lesser for something better, something in alignment with our current vibration. So take a step back, be the observer. I do think somebody's recently gone through upheaval and ending of some sort, and has recently been orphaned. And there's been big changes when it comes to going towards our true home, our true family, our true soul, our true soulmate. So definitely some reunion energy coming through. And, you know, these cycles are winding to a close with that decrease. And we're all being guided by our angels, our guides, and our ascended masters towards love. And there is a woman here that has a lot of love to give, a lot of loyalty, a very single feminine energy. And there is a major cycle of loss and lack mentality coming to a decrease. So get ready for a shakeup, a renewal, a reunion of some sort that will lead to great achievement. It will lead to likely a committed partnership, a marriage, a union of some sort. Kind of looks like a wedding table. So there's a woman here that I feel, you know, is very single and has a lot of love to give. And I think somebody's planning to take action towards a higher level of commitment with that loving woman, getting ready to let go of people, places, and things that aren't meant for them, getting ready to walk through the portal gateway of this new experience. But you're going to have to kind of get out of the headspace. You're going to have to get out of the maze of all of the distorted thinking, and you're going to have to go towards this great achievement. So get out of your head, because we got a true soulmate on the board, a loving man and a loving woman. Somebody that you've never been able to release from your heart, your head, your mind, your body, your soul. Somebody that you are telepathically connected with. So release any fear-based thinking to remove any remaining blockages. So victim mentality, consciousness of lack, conflict. Yeah. So somebody that came out yesterday, my Michael Jackson card. Look in the mirror. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look in the mirror, make that change. Do a little research, dig a little bit deeper. You know, all the money in the world isn't going to bring your heart joy. When you come from that place of joy first and foremost, then the money flows, everything flows. So breaking free from this victim mentality, man in the mirror. I swear that song has been like on repeat in my head forever. So get ready to face some challenging, conflicting energies in order to break free from this victim mentality. If you want to go towards your true heart's desire, you're going to have to embrace this shift in consciousness. So there's going to be an event, a breakdown of a false foundation that hasn't already happened, in order for us all to kind of take those first steps towards this sacred temple, this sacred journey, this twin flame journey of embracing our present power and walking the honoring path of integrity and following the guidance of our higher selves. So get ready for somebody to take those steps, to set that intention for this reunion energy when it comes to this exchange of something lesser for something better. Because we're upgrading. We are upgrading, shifting our perspectives, and we're embracing this brand new beginning. So a surprise new start in life, really finding that purpose and forgiving the past with compassion. There's a better way. There's always a better way to do things. So you might want to pause for some reflection and insights before taking action towards something that you deeply desire in the energies this weekend. But there's movement and there's solutions. Oh my God. And there is a brand new beginning in love, a brand new emotional experience. So find that determination to get in the driver's seat, to take back control of your life, self-control. This is really going to allow you to advance along your spiritual journey, maybe even advance in your career. And you might even reach this place of acknowledgement of success by others, because solutions are around the corner, and success always comes from that objective compromise, that objective thinking, self-control, patience. And that's when we can really embrace forgiving and healing, and we can step into this positive, new, loving, emotional experience. So get ready for a fulfilling romantic relationship to come forward this weekend, and this will lead to a deep, lasting, loving relationship with all kinds of spiritual insights. So let's jump in with the tarot. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Lovers and Life Force activations. So Kundalini activations and an unexpected choice in love. A deep spiritual past life connection. Gemini energy. The Lovers. Beautiful energies coming through today. So let's see. This will lead to a lot of abundance. The Palace of Coins. That is unlimited abundance. And that's kind of like the energy of working together within the community, grounding these spiritual unions once and for all is kind of what I'm feeling. We're going to give it a couple more shuffles, guys. Yeah, but you're going to have to leave something behind. And you're going to have to really go into the Palace of Swords, which is all of these cosmic downloads of this truth, is kind of what I'm feeling. And you're going to have to defend yourself. It's really time to get in the driver's seat and go in a new direction if you want to manifest this union energy. So let's see what needs to come through with the tarot, guys. Ace of Cups, 3 of Wands, Page of Coins, Faith. Well, there you have it, folks. There's that higher level of commitment, that higher guidance coming forward, the Hierophant, when it comes to a deep spiritual connection and somebody gathering their strength to send a whole lot of communication to this Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is like divine feminine energy, grounded, stable, solid. She's got a lot of love to give, a lot of abundance to give. She's got a lot to offer. She's really heart-centered. And somebody's looking at her, man, and she's not looking back at the past. And somebody, I feel, is quickly coming in with an apology, a solid offer that will lead to a very abundant future and a lot of victory and success. There's without a doubt a brand new beginning of love coming through, but you're going to have to take those guided action steps, and you're going to have to come forward with that clean slate, with that offer, and hey, let's start brand new. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And maybe this Queen of Coins has many, many options. Could be dealing with a Cancer, an Aries, a Scorpio, a Sag, a Leo, a Gemini, a Virgo. But there's definitely going to be movement when it comes to manifesting these unions and working together, having that faith, praying that everything will work out, and somebody's really gathering their inner fortitude to take the appropriate action steps to come forward with a solid offer, an apology, and a brand new beginning of love is being presented, a new offer. Hey, I'm finally ready to do the work because the doorway is opening, the gateway portal is opening for this Lion's Gate when it comes to manifesting these unions, and it's going to take a lot of communication. And you're going to have to, stop withholding, having that conversation when it comes to this past regret. You want victory and success. Well, it's here for the taking, guys. But you're going to have to address this expansion, and you're going to have to talk about this past regret. And you're going to have to take that leap of faith and break free from these toxic codependent situations. Brand new beginning here, awakening, and a lot of truth. Oh my God, a masculine really rising as that leader, that visionary leader, flame ignited and releasing the burdens once and for all, because there's that Empress birthing that brand new reality. We're manifesting these spiritual unions. Cancer, Taurus energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn. We're breaking free from these outdated patterns, and we are birthing these new unions, and there's going to be a lot of activations in the energy. So I think get ready to receive a message. There's definitely a lot of healing coming forward, and these divine counterparts are coming together very, very quickly. We have the ability to manifest anything we want in our lives. So what do you need to release in order for everything to magically appear, to have all of these successful blessings for this new beginning? So we're going to get 3 last closing messages, guys, and see what else needs to come through for the collective. Malachite, claim your success. Rhodochrosite, soften your heart. I love it. And Tibetan black quartz, light up your spiritual path. So there's definitely an illumination when it comes to a very metaphysical connection, a telepathic connection. And somebody, I feel, is about to burst on the scenes because they finally found the answers on the inside out. And I think they had a stone cold heart. Stone cold. I used to be a huge fan of General Hospital, Stone Cold, Jason Morgan. Anyway, somebody had a stone cold heart. And I think things can't get any clearer than they are going to get this weekend. So get ready for a tantric journey, maybe with a Sagittarian, when it comes to this occult mission and this major elevation of vibration as we kind of step into operating on this higher plane of existence, and we explore all of the vastness of our human consciousness. So get ready for somebody to come in and claim their success with malachite, one of my favorite stones. Malachite is really good to go into that childlike innocence. It's really good for moving the energies around and making things happen. So it is like this overflowing creativity coming forward when it comes to this lack mentality, and where you've lacked the follow through to go all in. So it's this all in energy and trading something lesser for something better. Really starting to step into the next phase of your life and making those concrete plans and disconnecting from anything that's, controlled you. So we're not here for money, power, greed, and all the glory, but we're here for heart-forward, sustainable motion with this energy. And it will require softening your heart, rhodochrosite. So Get ready to soften that stone cold heart. Somebody here has definitely been grieving the loss of the past, or maybe you need to really go into that grief. There's definitely been a major loss, a relationship expiration recently, upheaval when it comes to these ideas of our outdated self. And somebody's really breathing through this heart expansion and getting ready to come all in. So, you know, when our heart hurts, that's when we grow and we expand. And when we release the pain and we feel all of these feelings, no matter how painful they are, that is when we can understand this too shall pass. We can learn to nurture, mother, and be gentle with ourselves. And that's when we can absolutely heal at the core level and be open to love again. And I think we're ready. We are ready for love again in our lives. So get ready for a lot of revelations this weekend in the energies, guys. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. I will for sure be back on Monday morning with the forecast for the twins for the week ahead. And if I get any opportunity to upload any other videos throughout the weekend, you can bet your butt I will do that. And maybe I'll send you a little behind the scenes look at the expo later tonight after me and my daughter get set up for work this weekend. And if you are able to make it out and you are local, I do encourage you to come and check it out. It'd be nice to meet some of you in person. That would be absolutely wonderful. Like I said, free admission. So come and check it out, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.